Oh, to dream if we, the people, stop feeding the machine. Anywhere on social media, even if you don't have Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, all that social media, and you just go on YouTube, you're going to see a lot of people upset, hurting, complaining. I'm at the point now, though, being like that, solution oriented. Because many things that I have went through, I didn't have time to complain. Now, I may have been disgruntled, frustrated, aggravated, discouraged, crying. Hey, I'm human. You're human. But now, I say, oh, to dream if we, the people, stop feeding the machine. Okay, all this stuff that's going on in the economy, all this inflation, all this hellition in the nation, I don't see any unity. I don't see anybody really. I mean, you might see pockets of people coming together, and I'm not talking about protesting. I'm not talking about that. What if every last, when you get tired and you just don't want to do it anymore and you're exhausted and you burnt out and you just say, I had enough, I'm done. And you just bow out of the machine, feeding the machine. Well, I got rent to pay, I got bills to pay. Honey, I know that. But do you know where your help comes from? Who is the source? Is it the government? Is it the president? Is it the politicians? Is it the celebrities? Is it the entertainers? No, we need more educators and thinkers. We need to critically think how to get out of this situationship, whether it's individual or as a unit. I'm seeing everybody, and it's okay to have righteous anger about the injustice, about the killing, stealing, and destroying. They've been doing it forever. When has America ever been great? And I can only speak of America right now because that's where I was born, okay? That's where I was raised. This is where I grew up. It's so beyond like this racism, classism, all of it, all the isms, schisms is of this world. Okay, but when are we going to tap out of the world and tune into the inner spirit world? Oh, to dream if we, the people, stop feeding the machine. We just keep adjusting to what they telling us to. I really saw it around the time when Rona came to town, COVID came to town, and busted up everybody party, and people believed in what the government was telling. People held on to the fear, was scared to connect, scared to commune with nature, scared to connect with people, scared of unity and community. Why are we listening to these soulless beings who are inventing all these machines to kill, steal, and destroy? I do not want to talk to artificial intelligence about housing. I do not want to talk to artificial intelligence about healthcare. I don't want to talk to artificial intelligence at all. Can I just talk to a human being to answer some real questions instead of the general questions? I sound like a real elder now. No, I'm human. These machines will never replace human beings. But if you believe that it's possible, you're going to keep feeding the machine. Death and life is in the power of the tongue. I posted that probably about a couple hours ago in the community. Because all this complaining, where are the solutions? Where are the thinkers? Where are the educators? Where are the liberators? What's really going on? Because I'm going to tell you right now, the fire is at my door. Okay? I'm feeling the trials and tests of this world. But it's also teaching me and telling me where my help comes from. No, nobody don't want to hear that no more, do they? Because they just seeing God allowing all this to happen. Yeah, God is allowing all this to happen so you can turn to the one. Here go to grace and mercy again. Here go to grace and mercy again. Oh, to dream if we, the people, stop feeding the machine. And know where your power come from, and know where your strength come from, and know where your joy come from, and know where your peace come from, and know where the breath of life comes from. The enemy is even attacking the weary ones, the exhausted ones, the burnt out ones, and whispering, give up, die. You will own nothing and never be happy. And people believe in that more than a sovereign creator, more than their creator. I know some of these beings are not human on this earth. I know that. But a lot of folks have bought the lie, believe the lie, and reject the truth. And then want to blame God and curse God for their foolish ways, for their poor decisions, for their own free will on how they're going to live. Choose today whom you will serve. Is it going to be fear or faith? Is it going to be Satan's world or the Creator? I don't know. I'm just speaking my truth and expressing myself. I'm not selling out for subscribes and likes. I ain't even do it for friendships. I ain't even did it for a job. I ain't even did it for a man. I'm not a sellout. And this is what's happening when you keep feeding the machine. You compromise your integrity. You compromise your moral compass. You compromise your dignity. You compromise the character and nature of God. Oh, we don't want to talk about that. Yeah, because you just want to be just like darkness, everybody. Darkness. We all got some darkness in us, but, you know, what's the messed up part about all this is too many light beings down here entangled with dark spirits. And confused, deluded, deceived. Satan has deceived the whole world. They're going to buy up them robot girlfriends and boyfriends because they lonely. The corporation's going to replace even the great workers, every position with robots, with artificial intelligence. Because all I want to say is that they don't really care about us. And then when you're so tuned into artificial intelligence, and then you asking artificial intelligence about spirit reality, and you ain't connected to the spirit of God, what's really going on? Because the answers are within. Why are you asking a robot who is God? Where is God? About the ancient civilizations and ooh, they gone. Spirit warned me, told me. I'm here to shine a light on the darkness. You can say that's a messenger. I don't want to put no title, position, or label to it. I just say I work for the Most High. I serve the Most High. And there's many out here that say that loves the title that the religion gives them, but they don't have the relationship. They don't talk to God. They don't commune with God. And you really don't respect or have a reverence for the Most High if you still on this racism tip, this colorism tip, this ageism tip, this genderism tip, all the isms, schisms of the world. You really are out of touch with the Spirit of God. This superior race delusion has always been and will always be, because evil never die, not on this earth. Until they got a whole new world underneath the grounds, don't they? If you didn't know, they got the bunkers ready. See, they know these Satanists, these folks who bow down to the world, bow down to the God of this world, serve the God of this world. They know more about revelations in the Bible than the religious folks. They know more about prophecy unfolding than the religious folks or those proclaimed to know Jesus. But what they really, they can't run and hide. See how them demons ain't got no sense when they using these folks as hosts. Oh my goodness. These folks running and hiding. You can't run from the mighty hand of God. You can't hide. And I know people are hurting. I know people are suffering. I know people are struggling. The struggle is real. Hey, I'm going through some tests and trials. I'm going to say that again. And it had got to the point I have taken some time off from work, and I have slept so much because I was weary before I took time off from work, and my body is just now restoring itself, healing itself. And my nervous system, ooh, it's a work in progress. That's all I can say right now. But complaining is not getting us anywhere. Oh, what that old footy-dooty. They want to call me old. I don't care. I'm mature. I'm wise in some ways. But that wisdom comes from the Most High. The kind that counts. That wisdom and knowledge that's divine and beyond any human explanation. Some things can't be explained. Some things can't be described. Some things are just out of our control and unpredictable. But you can control yourself. You can manage your own emotions. And you can govern how you're going to respond in these trying times. Because they're doing everything possible to kill, steal, and destroy. And you know what? They feeding off of your complaints instead of your gratitude. Start being grateful. When I start getting discouraged, when I start feeling upset, I feel that. And then I transmute it into being grateful, into being thankful. Because I really am trying to being conscious of attracting the beauty that God has ordained for the people of God. Oh, to dream if we, the people, stop feeding the machine. Everything they tell us to do, we just go along with it. We just adjust to it. We just go along with it. I just want to see more solutions oriented. I have met a few because you know what? God has placed them in my life, the solutions oriented people, because I asked for it. I don't want to be around people who complain every single day, and you ain't came to no resolution. You ain't got no solution to the problem. Huh? It's madness, I tell you, madness. To be complaining every single day and have not figured out heard the divine instructions on your next steps or where that help is going to come from and how you're going to get over. Oh, to dream if we the people just stop feeding the machine. Face always in that phone. Satan gotcha. Have to check myself sometimes. Have to turn off the phone sometimes. To cut off the scrolling. But what you looking for? Ain't nobody talking about nothing. Everybody just complaining about what's going on in this economy, and you ain't gonna do nothing about it. You see pockets of people, like I said, or some individuals making change because they looked at the man in the mirror to figure out how to make that change. I'm over here with that the fish and loaves, the fish and bread miracles. Ooh, that's how Christ's been carrying me through. Ooh, because I do the work. It ain't gonna work unless you work it. Faith without works is dead. Faith without action is dead. Okay, I'm gonna shut up. I know some folks are feeling depressed, down and out, discouraged. I tell you this. Don't stay there. Don't get stuck there because once you keep listening to that whisper telling you to give up, telling you to die, telling you'll never be enough, telling you that you are a have-not, telling you that you poor and you gonna be poor forever, you better watch it. Death and life is in the power of the tongue. Because once you hear them whispers, them seeds being planted from Satan, then you start speaking it because you believe it. Start speaking the words of life. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. You got to go within so you won't go without during this time. There's no better time to be in Christ. There's no better place but to be in Christ. And every day I have to fight to be in that rightful thinking. You're not alone. You're not crazy. Every last one of us, the rich, the poor, the high or low, are going through something right now. And I hope this message edified you, encouraged you, and enlightened you to the truth. What is the truth? How are we going to stop feeding the machine? You have to ask the Most High, what is your purpose in all this pain? What is your purpose in all this pain? You've been pushing and praying, and now take some time to process. Trust the process. You got to process some of this stuff that's coming up and out of you. Release for your peace. Alright, God's people, hold your head up. You know where your help comes from. I'm keeping you all lifted up in my high thoughts and prayers. You stay prayed up in your coming and going, and your waking and sleeping. Be safe out here in these streets. And I'll catch you on the next go round. I holla. Love you. Peace.